Hi, my name is Annika Gemberling. I've chosen to do my research project on habitat destruction. I've chosen habitat destruction because it's happening all over the world, every day, all the time. With that being said, I feel that it is necessary to inform you on the harm that is being caused to certain species, if not all. I'll begin my presentation by explaining what habitat destruction is. What is habitat destruction? So, habitat destruction is when a natural habitat like trees, grass, bushes, etc., are destroyed or damaged in which they can no longer support the organism that once lived there. This causes the species that once lived there to have to find a new place to live due to the destruction or damage to their home. Imagine how hard this could be. When a species has to relocate, this can cause extinction. This is due to death of the species. So many deaths causes extinction. This is caused by inadequate resources, not having enough food or water, or not having any at all, or the organism being harmed by something else, like being shot or hit by a car. The destruction or damage can be human related or caused by natural disasters. So there's two main types of habitat destruction. Like I said, human destruction and natural disasters. Human destruction can be anything from the clearing of trees, grass, and bushes for new neighborhoods, buildings, or roads, to mining, logging, the building of dams for electricity, agriculture, and pollution. Then we have natural disasters, which are things that are out of our own power. This ranges from floods, earthquakes, storms, climate change, volcanic eruptions, and hurricanes. An example of this is the most recent Australian fires. This harmed a lot of trees, which used to be homes to living organisms. Then there was an earthquake that just happened in Russia, which then caused a tsunami. As you can imagine, this destroyed lots of homes as well. All the things that I've listed, from human destruction to natural disasters, all damage or destroy the homes of living organisms. I will now discuss the laws that have been put into place to help endangered species. There are 3 laws that have been put into place. I'll begin by discussing the Endangered Species Act, ESA, then the Marine Mammal Protection Act, the MMPA, and finally the Clean Water Act. The Endangered Species Act is a program that was implemented in December of 1973. This program is for endangered species and plants. This is to protect their habitats. This means making sure their homes are not damaged or destroyed. This act prohibits the taking of living organisms from the wild. Then we have the Marine Mammal Protection Act, the MMPA, which was implemented in 1972. The MMPA was designed to protect all marine life. With this act in place, you cannot keep or take the wildlife from marine areas. In order to take wildlife from marine areas, you must have a permit that's admitted by the government. And finally, we have the Clean Water Act. This is also called the Water Pollution Control Act. The Clean Water Act was implemented in 1972, which took the name of the Water Pollution Control Act, which was implemented in 1948. This act regulates the pollution of U.S. waters, making sure they abide by the standards that have been given from the government. And now, I will show you some ways you can help protect living organisms from habitat destruction. So imagine that you're at the beach taking a walk. You see a turtle with plastic wrapped around themselves. Or you are walking on a nature trail and you see a living organism and you touch it and move it from its home or even bother it. Take a minute. Think of all the harm that you could be causing or seeing. Imagine if someone was to just come and destroy your home, or just take you and place you in some random area or mess with you. You wouldn't know how to react, and you may not have the proper resources to live off of. And if someone messes with you, you may not even want to go back. It's the same thing for living organisms. So there's some ways you can help prevent species from becoming endangered and help protect their homes. So now that I've hopefully put an image into your head of what habitat destruction does to a living organism, it's important for you to know ways to help. Here are some ways. The first one, preserve the environment. Keep the environment the way you see it, the way you walked up on it. Keep it that way. Then, hold local trash cleanups, even if it's once a week or once a month or even twice a month. Anything helps. The third one is recycle. Anything that can be recycled should be recycled, and it should it should be stayed on top of. This helps trash go to the correct area. The fourth one, save energy. Turn lights off when you're not in the room or when you're not using them, or unplug things when you're not using them or need them plugged in. The fifth one is plant flowers, trees, or bushes. This will give living organisms a new place to live. Whenever you're planting these things, aka flowers, trees, or bushes, avoid chemicals. This means don't use pesticides and fertilizers. Make sure everything's natural. Then, leave animals and wildlife alone when you see them. Don't touch them, don't mess with them, like I said. Just leave them where they're at. And then this is my works cited page.